Hi, and welcome to the Ultimate Sales Conversion Highlight Reel, a TTEC web series about how to up your sales game and deliver championship results. Now, contrary to what some of you might think, no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. But the good thing about making mistakes is that we can learn from them. We can grow and we can get better in our sales and in our life. But it's great to learn from your own mistakes, but it's actually better to learn from someone else's mistakes because you can then take that knowledge and prevent or avoid what we're calling flags on the play. Avoid your other sales mistakes that are common so that you don't make them in your own practice. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm very excited to have with us our own Jon Stough of TTEC. Now, he's a seasoned sales executive with tons of great experience and has seen some mistakes. So, we're going to talk to him a little bit about what to avoid, how to avoid flags in those plays, and what you can do if mistakes do happen. Welcome to the show, Jon.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, Jon, you're a seasoned sales executive, and of course, you may not be perfect, but you're not one to make a lot of mistakes. However, you've probably seen a lot of mistakes. So, we want to talk a little bit about what maybe you've seen and what you might be able to recommend to others about how to avoid flags on the play and things like that. So, maybe we get right to it. So, in your experience, what you've seen, what are some common sales mistakes that people may make when they're out in the field, and how might you be able to prevent or avoid those?
Well, that's a great question, Liz, and it's something I actually think quite a bit about because we're in a pandemic, I guess you could even say right now. So with that, I think that what I've noticed is an age-old mistake. I think that a lot of salespeople make is rushing, and that kind of fits right into the sports analogy, but maybe looked at a little bit differently, right? So I think there's a tendency to rush a sale or rush an engagement. And what happens, I think, often is we skip the point of really honing in and understanding the value that we as a salesperson are really aiming to bring to the opportunity. And I think that by rushing, we often really don't get to the heart of the need. And it's easy to do right now. There's a lot of pressure on many sales organizations. And many businesses alone are struggling. But by slowing down, I think we can actually speed up the sale in a sense. So I think that's one big kind of area that I've noticed lately.
Yeah, that's a really great insight. I know people are scrambling, right? And sometimes when they scramble, they rush. So that's a great point. So in order to maybe avoid them, what would you recommend how companies can try to avoid maybe rushing or making some other sales mistakes?
Yeah, I think that one of the biggest ones is just simply having a plan. I think when we take the time to make a plan, we make sure that we're doing what I think is one of the most important parts of the sales process is exploring, especially early stages. And by sitting down and making a plan, I think you give yourself the ability to go in with the heart of an explorer and come in and really try to explore. What you get from that, in my opinion, is A, you slow things down, and B, you get the opportunity to kind of lift all the stones. And what I think I'm really getting at here is what we're really trying to do is find the value that we as a salesperson can bring to the table. And by doing that, I think we create the right play for everyone in that sense. So.
That's great. Now, what happens when mistakes do happen? Do you have any advice on how to fix them, how to not jeopardize maybe the relationship you might have when something does go wrong?
The hard part here is that mistakes always happen, and some are easier to climb out of than others. I think the one that the mistake we're talking about today is a fairly easy one to get out of, because I think everybody can respect the idea of slowing down and taking a step back and revisiting, why we're maybe in a discussion about, some kind of an opportunity or a sales discussion. So just simple words like, hey, now might be a good time to step back and revisit, the needs that you're trying to solve for, or to make sure that we've really identified the full value that your company's looking to established right now, et cetera. So there's just some simple ways to kind of slow down and take a step back when you've identified that you've maybe stepped into that rushing play.
Excellent, excellent. So the key takeaway is slow down and see what the real value is to the customer. So thank you for that, John. That's fantastic. Thank you for those quick insights, and thank you all for joining us today. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about this topic, we have a TTEC cheat sheet available on our website, and it's called Refocus, Readjust, and Retool: How to Restart Your Sales Engine. So if things go awry, if you want to try to prevent maybe things that have happened in the past, this is a great resource for you. Provide some great tactics on doing that. So you can see the link below, ttec.com/restart your sales. We'll get you to that piece of content right away. So that does it for today's episode of the Ultimate Sales Conversion Highlight Reel. As we do every episode, we're going to leave you with a hot sports clip, and this one shows how that even if you fall down and if you make a mistake, basically just get back up and maybe you'll end up having some more fun. So we'll leave you with that. Have a great day. Thanks to John, and we'll see you guys next time.